Hello and welcome to another episode of Inside the Dressing Room powered by Extreme. I'm your host Dhaka, and SAF Under 20 is at its final stages. Bangladesh will face Nepal tomorrow, and this is going to be probably a final match. To talk about all that, I have Rifat with me. Rifat Masood, what do you think? Tomorrow, Bangladesh, Nepal, final match or easy win for Bangladesh?
No, it's a final match, especially how Nepal have performed in the later stages of the tournament.
They picked late, right?
Yeah, and they are very, very strong. And Bangladesh, on the other hand, they are rotating in every match, so Bangladesh cannot take it easily by any means. And when you see the point table, if Bangladesh somehow loses the game, they will end up losing the trophy as well, because Nepal, they have beaten Bhutan by 8 goals, so they are now far ahead from Bangladesh.
Way ahead in
goal differences.
And
সব মশার বিরুদ্ধে সুরক্ষা দিতে এলো বসুন্ধরা এক্সট্রিম অ্যারোসল মশার বিরুদ্ধে এক্সট্রিম সুরক্ষা
There will be two other things in contention. First of all, if Bangladesh loses against Nepal, the points will be same, and then they will count the head-to-head. And in head-to-head, if Bangladesh loses by a single goal, it will be same. So Nepal and Bangladesh will be imbalanced, and then they will count
the goals.
Goal difference, overall goal difference,
right.
and Bangladesh will eventually lose the tournament. Bangladesh wouldn't want to be in that place.
Right, a lot of here and there, a lot of calculations, but one thing that we want to discuss, and especially I want to take your opinion on it. Last night, Peter Butler, Bangladesh coach, said something which is very unusual for Bangladesh sports culture, a culture which is driven by results, driven by success, driven by trophies. Butler said something, and he said pretty clearly and loudly that he doesn't care about the trophy. It doesn't matter to him whether his team wins the title or not. Now, Butler is someone who you and I like very much.
I do.
I do like him very much because he's someone who reminds me a bit of Arsene Wenger, very strict authoritarian. He wants what he wants. He wants his players. He wants his system. He wants his team to play his way. But do you think, Rifat, this kind of mindset and mentality will sustain in Bangladesh football culture?
One thing you missed, I think it's more important that he's delivering success as well.
Of course.
And this is what matters, you know. If
well,
you
I brought the Butler's quote and topic. As you were mentioning, Bangladesh have that possibility of losing. In that case, what the scenario will be for Butler?
When you're playing in development tournaments, there shouldn't be any, what do you say, there shouldn't be any restriction or any demand from the team
pressure.
that you must have to win this tournament. When you are saying your underage team, your under 16, under 17s, under 18s, that you have to win this tournament, then you're putting the pressure on them. And in Bangladesh, it doesn't work like that. We are Bangladeshis, and are we very much habituated with taking pressures? I don't think so. But Peter Butler, as he's very brave, and now that he has delivered and success, he is more confident, I think,
on his method.
On his method, and he can say that I don't care about the trophy. Because he doesn't. He didn't want Afida Khondokar in this tournament to play her, and he didn't want her. And in the pre-match press conference before the tournament started, he publicly said that if you ask Afida, do you want to play or not? Afida said, I want to play. That is the only reason
Then
she is
Afida's playing, right?
Yes, but
yet he is not starting her, right?
Yeah,
not all the matches.
I think he will play her in the next game against Nepal, because it's a final after all. Lamine Yamal, he doesn't play for Spain under 21 or under 20s.
Exactly.
He doesn't. So it doesn't work like
Not
that.
Cole Palmer,
yeah,
right?
and especially when you
Foden.
are playing in the SAF tournaments and you have already qualified in the
Asian level, right.
Cup, you can, I think, overlook
Age level
like
tournaments, right?
SAF under 20.
Right. Now, what we can discuss right now is Butler's point of view that we are praising his methodology, can it be also successful for the boys team, for the national team?
Yeah.
Can we have a coach like Peter Butler for the boys team? I'm not criticizing Cabrera or not judging him, whether saying he should stay or leave. That's a different argument for another day. Leave that aside. But as Peter Butler has shown and has proven that yes, a strict methodology, a strict authoritarianism can work in case of football.
First of all,
Can a coach in the Bangladesh national team for boys also do that? If
maybe he can do that if he has that profile. You know, when you bring coaches like Javier Cabrera or even Jamie Day, who never had any experience of
Coaching a
being
national team.
a coach of a national team, let alone national team, not even any professional team. So you cannot expect them to hold that authority over the team or over the system. When you are bringing someone who has the profile of playing for West Ham, you maybe can trust him. So for Peter Butler, it's a different scenario, and for Bangladesh men's team coach, it's a different story. If you bring someone who has good quality, let's say,
Rifat, let's narrow it down to the method. I'm talking about more of the methodology of Peter Butler.
Peter Butler's methodology was already proven in his previous teams. But in case of Javier Cabrera, was he a coach of any team? Do we know what he is, or what he can offer to us? I don't think we knew him before 2022. But in 4 years or maybe 3 years, he has learned a lot and he has delivered success as well. But we cannot compare Peter Butler's methodology with Javier Cabrera's, not right now.
But now, as Bangladesh football men's team is in a transition, and we are attracting global stars. Hamza is playing for Bangladesh. Shamit Shom is playing. They are not by no means they are lesser names, or they have lesser profiles, right? So Bangladesh football team's profile is now on the rise. Is it high time, do you think, to have a high-profile coach for Bangladesh team?
It is. Now is the time.
Or do you want to give Cabrera a bit of time, more time?
I believe in results. That's what I do. If you deliver success, then your success will speak for yourself. And if you don't, it's the other way. So if Javier Cabrera, he can somehow bring success, and by success I mean Bangladesh must go through from this group and qualify for the Asian
Hong Kong,
Cup.
beat Singapore, beat India.
Because Bangladesh were lucky to have all those three teams in their groups. Bangladesh were lucky when they faced India, because India, most of the experienced Indian players were injured. Bangladesh were lucky to have Singapore in Bangladesh
in the first leg.
In the first leg, and Bangladesh will play in the October against Hong Kong, both legs in home and away. That is the acid test, I'd say, and that is, if not a win, at least a draw or maybe a win will secure Javier Cabrera's place until at least November. But I think Javier Cabrera is already under a lot of pressure, and it will be very difficult for him to deliver success in October. We don't see any signs yet.
And of course, Bangladesh finalized practice match opponent
against Nepal.
Against Nepal. Do you think it's quite enough? It would be quite enough to play Nepal and prepare for opponent like Hong Kong?
I wouldn't argue about the opponent. Bangladesh will play against Nepal. Let them play against Nepal. But Bangladesh won't have Hamza Choudhury. Bangladesh won't have Shamit Shom. Bangladesh won't have Cuba Mitchell and Fahmidul. So Cuba Mitchell is yet to play for Bangladesh, and BFF, as we know that they are planning to send both Fahmidul and Cuba Mitchell in under 23 qualifiers, AFC qualifiers. So they are prioritizing that tournament rather than the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers. Shamit Shom and Hamza Choudhury, they have played together once only, and that was in a competitive match against Singapore, and they did not bring anything from that match. They lost against Singapore. So when you are playing the friendly matches, what should be your target? to have a team, to see that if we play Hamza Chowdhury in a double pivot, or let's say if we can use Shomit Shom in a more forward position, if you don't do the experiments in those friendly matches, how do you expect them to deliver in the competitive matches? That's beyond me.
Right. So finally, Bangladesh team, women's team and the men's team are assumably heading towards two different directions, right?
No, I'd say it's too early to write Bangladesh men's team off because I think this is the year that the Bangladeshi people, not only Bangladesh football community, Bangladeshi people are giving time in football. They are thinking about football. They're talking about football. So we can give them 1 or 2 years. But if we do not follow the exact the pathway, if we are very confused, if we are confused about who are we going to face in September, once BFF said that they will play against Nepal, then they changed their mind. They said that no, not Nepal. We'll play one match against Nepal. And then we'll choose another opponent from Cambodia or Vietnam. Then they switch back again and they say that no, we'll play against Nepal twice.
A lot of confusion.
Yeah, a lot of confusion. This doesn't help, does it?
No, it really doesn't. So
I don't see a plan. I don't see a proper plan yet.
That's what I was talking about, that the women's team already under Peter Butler, all the age levels and the senior team,
but also
showing some signs of having plans.
In that women's team. They will play against the big teams, the Australias, the Japans and South Koreas
Iran.
in like 8 months. And our head coach Peter Butler, he's now busy with the under 20 teams.
Right.
This is not ideal, right?
Of course. And one good news is Bangladesh is going to play Turkey.
Yeah,
the women's team. Hopefully they will come.
We don't know yet. There's a slight possibility. I don't think it's going to happen in this year. It's very tough.
It's very tough. Rifat, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Folks, that was all the time I have for you today. I'll be back soon with another episode. Till then, you take care.
For more updates, follow us on Facebook, subscribe our YouTube channel, get the latest update on www.daily-sun.com.